6 more.
Well, we are down to the quarter-final stage here at Players' Championship 15, live streamed across the world on the PDC website from the Barnsley Metrodome, this sporting amphitheatre with its own pirate-themed water park. And it's Michael Van Gerwen, the world #1, against the Grand Prix champion Robert Thornton. Two massive names clashing in the quarterfinals. There's another one you just saw head over to Showboard 2. That's Raymond van Barneveld, a 5-time world champion. This, Showboard 1. But we'll have another quarterfinal over on Showboard 2. Chris Murphy commentating on that one. I'm Dan Dawson. That is Michael Van Gerwen. And that is Robert Thornton, who's almost going full Ted Hankey with the shirt unbuttoned to a frankly dangerous degree. Going for the ball here. 25 for Thornton. MVG looking to match it.
That's outside.
It's nowhere near, so Thornton has the advantage of throwing first. A bump of the fists and off we go. First to 6 for a place in the semi-finals here. Michael Van Gerwen not only won yesterday in the first of 3 consecutive Players' Championship events as Thornton kicks off 180, but he has stormed through to this stage today. He has just beaten Simon Whitlock in the last 16 and thrown a 9-darter in the process. That is the second 9-darter we've had today. Jeffrey de Graaf threw one earlier on in the very first leg of his match with Chris Dobie, then proceeded to go and lose that match. But 2 9-darters we've seen at the Metrodome today. Could we see more? Could we see one broadcast live? Well, both of these guys capable of producing them. Obviously, MVG's just hit one. Robert Thornton's hit one double start tournament at the Grand Prix. And there's a ton 80 for Van Gerwen, but Robert Thornton looking to close this out for a nice little 11-darter on his own throw. Double 10 for a 12.
31.
Oh, Robert, he says. An MVG, the 180 to leave 140. Could he? No. No, he couldn't.
89.
Well, Thorn likes double top. Double 5's just next door. Ooh. Double, well, 1 for double 2. Only just in the 1.
6.
Oh, Robert again. 19. Double 16. Double 8. Missed
43.
doubles from both men. Van Gerwen nearly nicking that leg. The Thorn. Double 2 for a holder throw. Get first leg on the board. And there it is. There it is. Robert Thornton does go into the lead. And Michael Van Gerwen straight in the treble, and again.
140.
Well, look, they've both won 4 games to get to this stage. Michael Van Gerwen, the top seed here. Now, look, if he didn't turn up to another event,
45.
he'd still be top seed for everything for the rest of the year. I mean, he's just won so much money. He loves gold.
60.
But he started off with a 6-2 win over Mike De Decker, the young Belgian, who looks like a cross between Kevin De Bruyne and
100.
Todd from Breaking Bad. Then he saw of Alan Tabern, the Saint, 6-4. Then he smashed Jason Lovett 6-0.
140.
And then that victory over Simon Whitlock, including perfection, the 9-darter from the world #1. As for the Thorn, well, he finds himself
60.
in his first ranking quarter-final for almost a year. Last time he made a quarter-final, it was the Grand Slam.
89.
Unreal, isn't it? He just won the World Grand Prix, beating Michael Van Gerwen in the final in Dublin in one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Grand Prix final of all time. And then struggled to win anything after that. Double top, yeah, game shot, 72 checkout, and 1 apiece it is. So yeah, it's already a significant step for Robert Thornton to get back into the last day of a ranking event. He did make the World Cup quarter-final along with Gary Anderson, but I'm not including that. It's my prerogative.
134.
Include what I want. Maybe he's gearing up for Dublin again. Not long till we're back at the City West.
180.
And there's a ton 80 for Thornton. His second. Both have come on his own throw.
134.
Yeah, we are streaming today. We're streaming the event tomorrow. We'll be streaming the two in Dublin before the start of the Grand Prix, the Friday and the Saturday. And he's back in there again, Robert Thornton. Well, we know he's a big scorer. Very big scorer when he gets going. It was his scoring power and his deadly accuracy on double top that took him to that Grand Prix title. His third major title, World Masters, UK Open and the Grand Prix. Bullseye. Misses. Van Gerwen looking at 100. Now treble 20 for tops. If he misses low, he may go 2 tops. Well, it doesn't matter. 2 darts at tops.
60.
Missed both. Can't believe it. Absolutely astounded he missed that. Robert Thornton, double 4. And he gets it, 2-1. Always goes that way for 25. A lot of players will go 9 for double 8. Robert Thornton likes the double 4. It's just the way he rolls.
140.
The Thorn saw off Andy Smith in his opening game, 6-2. Then it was Ronnie Baxter by the same scoreline. Tony Newell then fell to him, 6-4. And then he saw off Richie Corner, the Yorkshireman, the chicken farmer, denying him a place in the quarterfinals.
145.
MVG coming down for the bullseye, has to settle for the 145. Scoring's been good from these two.
95.
Finishing's left something to be desired as yet. Michael Van Gerwen, the most trouble he was in yesterday on his way to Players' Championship 14
94.
was against John Henderson on this board. He did win it, but he only won it 6-4, and John Henderson missed a single dart at tops in 3 of those legs
40.
for combination finishes that really could have turned the match in his favour. He was in trouble, make no mistake about that. Van Gerwen sets that up very nicely indeed. He comes back looking at double 12 to level the match at 2 apiece.
44.
Double 12 it is. Double 6 now. Double 3, the Richard Ashdown shot. And there it is, 2 apiece. World number 1 levels things up. He is going to have to find a break of throw at some point. Robert Thornton's hit a 180 in the 2 previous legs he's thrown first. May need to find another one after just a 60 start, because Michael Van Gerwen, you just get the feeling that he's in the mood this week, having won yesterday, hit a 9-darter in the last match he played over on one of the boards away from these show boards here. 16 boards here, 8 players per board, 128 competitors, but obviously the competitors have been thinned out now. We're down to the final 8, and so a lot of them have drifted off, and they're playing on various different boards around the
98.
room here. Dimitri Vandenberg in his first PDC quarter-final. Jermaine Watermainer in his first quarter-final as well as Thornton. Just misses out on what would have been a third 180. Would have got him down to a finish as well, and Van Gerwen's got a chance. Well, he was looking for a 171 there that would have left 132. And even another treble would have got him down to 170. Little nod from Thornton. Well, it's not the end of the way. If he finds a treble here,
80.
and he has, and he's left a Shanghai finish, and we know that Thornton loves tops, so he won't be too despondent about that. No cries of, oh, Robert,
134.
at the end of that one, but there might be in a moment, because 2 trebles from Van Gerwen has left 74. Now, Thornton needs the treble. He's not got it.
60.
Just the 60. 74 for Van Gerwen. Treble 14, double 16 for the first break of throw in this match. That's the first bit done. That's the next bit done. 2 darts, clinical, and Van Gerwen goes into the lead. Robert Thornton knocked out in the second round yesterday by John Bowles. He'd beaten Andrew Gilding 6-0 in the first round. That must have broken some hearts. But then the bulldog John Bowles saw to him. As for Van Gerwen, well, Hendo was the only one who got that close to
96.
knocking him out. He had a 6-0 win in the final against Mensur Suljovic and a 6-0 win against Adrian Lewis along the way as well. He absolutely took Jack Potter apart. Lewis did not have an answer.
100.
He'll be hoping that that doesn't repeat over the weekend in front of 5 million viewers on the BBC
90.
for the Champions League, a tournament that Michael Van Gerwen has his sights very firmly set upon. Robert Thornton has his sights set upon the treble 20. That's a blocker. He'll come downstairs.
97.
Looked for the 17s, unable to find it. Had he hit that treble, it would have left 170. Couple of 57s for Van Gerwen, just digs him out of a bit of a hole. 1-2-4 left.
$140.
Now then, pressure for MVG. The 1-2-4. Treble 18 for Bull. Doesn't get the treble. You can see that little curl of the lip from the world number 1. Thornton, treble 8. Well, he's hit the 16, and it's double 8. It's not his favourite double, but he pins it. 2-dart checkout. I think he probably was going for the treble 8, and it slipped into the treble 16, but it doesn't matter because he's got the break back, and that's the important thing. Robert Thornton, once again, we're back at a situation where the Thorn knows if he holds his throw for the rest of the game, he wins it. By virtue of winning the bullseye, that one's just hanging into the board. There was no great hurry from the Thorn to go and retrieve his darts, but
140.
countered, ton 40, followed by a ton 40 from Michael Van Gerwen. I mentioned Dimitri Vandenberg's playing in his first senior PDC quarter-final. He's taking on Cristo Reyes, and that's in this half of the draw. So whoever comes through this match between Van Gerwen and Thornton will face either the young Belgian, the Dreammaker, or the Spartan Cristo Reyes from Tenerife in Spain. The other half of the draw sees Jermaine Watermaina and Jelle Klaassen in a game that I would imagine will take about 8 seconds, even if it goes all 11 legs. And James Wilson, who continues to win game after game after game of darts, taking on the 5-time world champion Raymond van Barneveld, who looks very interested and enthusiastic over the last few days. Certainly
91.
did in Sindelfingen at the penultimate European Tour event of the year. Van Gerwen looking at 1-2-8. He hits treble 18. Will look for another. Gets it. Double 10. Great finish, Van Gerwen, and even that draws a celebration from MVG. 4-3, another break, and the pendulum swings in favour of the world number 1 once again. 15 times Michael Van Gerwen has beaten Robert Thornton in his professional career, compared to the 5 victories for Robert Thornton. But one of them, perhaps the biggest one of the lot, was the final of the Grand Prix. It gave Robert Thornton his 3rd major TV title. He'd beaten Phil Taylor in the final of the UK Open. He beat Van Gerwen in the final of the Grand Prix. Since then, he's not beaten Van Gerwen. He's lost 9 of the next 11.
140.
Or 9 of the next 10, I should say. There was a draw in there as well. That was in the Premier League.
100.
And there was a big quarter-final at the World Championship as well. Van Gerwen won that one 5-2. Little nod from Thornton.
60.
Doesn't get the treble he was after. 161. It's a little bit harder than 160. Well, significantly harder, actually. Ooh. Thought he was going to give himself a dart at, and so did Michael Van Gerwen. He really thought he deserved the dart at double top after that first dart. The 161 isn't going. Van Gerwen's going to look at double 10 when he returns for a 5-3 lead and to go within 1 leg of a place in the semi-finals. MVG, double 10 he wants. Double 10 he gets. 5-3. Shake of the head from Thornton. He's up against it now. He has to win the last 3 legs, but he does have the throw in 2 of them. Can he get the job done? He's just got to take it leg by leg.
60. 59.
And it's MVG's turn to cry his own name in frustration. Oh, that
81.
is an exasperated small Scottish man right there.
96.
Better.
100.
And he'll be frustrated with that, having found the treble of the first dart. It was low in the bed. It wasn't the greatest place for Robert Thornton to have that dart, but he would have fancied following it with at least one more, having got his line and length. That's better. He could follow that in. There we go. And can he just slide one in next to it?
100.
Yeah, you see, Robert Thornton will always let you know what he thinks of his darts. Oh, Michael van Gerwen might be finishing this quickly. That's just a second 180 from MVG, but it leaves him 66. The 160's not going from Thornton. He's going to leave himself pretty handy, you would think. 74 scored. There we go. 68 plays 66, but Van Gerwen gets 2 match darts, double 18. He only needs the one. A shake of the hands, and the world #1 is through to the semi-finals. Can anybody stop MVG? Nobody could yesterday. I'm not sure whether Dimitri Van den Bergh or Cristo Reyes will have the game to do it.